Okay, so we're recording. Okay, so I've had kind of an exciting weekend. I don't know what brought it about, but I was talking with Rebecca and I was like, okay, well, I know we were having kind of that message stream last week and a lot of people were like, just seemed really down, like didn't think they could do it. Like the confidence level was just really down. I was like, okay, what's going on? So we're never going to get anywhere if this is kind of how we're feeling. And so I talked with her and I was like, do you have any recommendations of a book? And this is the book that she said, and I happen to have it on my shelf, but I was like, never really into it. Like I was like, I don't know. I read it in like 12 hours. It was really good. I learned a lot about myself and my business through this too. And so, I think you guys both have it on order or you have it in your hands already. Don't you? Yay. Have you started it?
I did. I like it. I like how she writes. Yeah. It's easy to read. It
is. And I mean, some people might get kind of offended by the wording she uses sometimes, but that didn't bother me. It was just really, and I don't know if it was stuff, I don't know if it'll be stuff that you've never heard before, but maybe just hearing it again or in a different, easy to read context, that might help. But for those of you listening to, I know that it is on Audible. It is on like the ones where you can just listen to it too. I can't do that because my mind wanders, but if you're somebody who listens, you can do that. So what I'm thinking is, I know that our kind of motto for that Facebook group is like dream, believe, do, repeat. And I definitely think that this book is the believe aspect of it. So I think I was trying to figure out, okay, so what is going on? Like, why aren't we seeing success? Why aren't we having people hit team leader number month after month after month? And I think a lot of us know what to do, but it's better 1980s hair going on here today. But I think, and maybe you guys feel differently, but I think a big portion of it is one, the dream. Like, do we have a strong enough dream, vision, why, goal, whatever you want to call it? And then two, do we believe enough that we have it within us to do it? I mean, do you guys kind of agree or think that that's kind of in the right direction?
Oh yeah, I think as somebody who's found it hard to dream big enough originally, I definitely think that is where it starts. And then the belief, I mean, it takes time. You really have to invest in yourself. So I would totally agree.
And I think too, it's maybe not even like the belief in Wild Tree as a business. It's just the belief in ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, that we're worthy, that we're capable, that like we are okay to succeed, you know? And this book, I think, helped with that a lot for me. And I didn't think I was really struggling with that. But then once I read it, there was a lot of things that really kind of, it's like, yeah, I can see that in myself. And so I even wrote down, you know, things that, you know, I struggle with. And so I'm working on that too. So I'm right along there with you guys. I'm just going to give you some like takeaways of some things that I wrote down because I was taking notes as I was reading it. So first of all, it asked, one of the activities was you need to write down like what's holding you back. So I have like 6 or 7 bullet points. And then one thing that I wrote down was the universe will match whatever frequency you put out, and you can't fool the universe. So if you're saying you want team leader or you're saying you want a successful business, like if you're saying that out loud, but you're really not feeling it and you're not putting the work in, like it's not going to happen. Like the universe energy, like it knows that. And that kind of leads into your energy needs to align with your action. So if you want leader status, you want to be successful, whatever that means in your business, you have to put in the action. So that means you can't just talk about being leader. You have to, you know, have a full calendar. You have to be adding to your team and that type of stuff. And then one thing was you have to believe even when things are at their crappiest. And that was like verbatim. She used the word crappiest. So those were some things that I kind of pulled out of the book, and I'll be interested. I don't know how we want to do this. I definitely think we should all read it. But I don't know if we want to like read it and then talk about it, or just when you guys are reading it and something speaks to you, if you want to put it on that Facebook message. What do you guys think? See how it goes?
Yeah, see how it goes. I haven't touched it yet. I bought it last week because I'm like, oh, I gotta go get that right now, and then I haven't been able to touch it. So my plan this afternoon is to grab it and read it during Marshall's therapy. So.
Yeah, I mean, Stephanie, you like it so far?
I do. I started reading it. I'm about like a little bit right about there. I don't know, chapter something, 6 or 7.
Good.
It really goes. It's an easy read. I like how she puts it in there. Of course, it's stuff you've heard and whatever. I just some of them are hard to get through for me. But even when I was in the car, and sometimes I feel kind of sick reading in the car. But like, oh, I gotta read this. And I'm like,
Have you gotten to the money chapter yet?
I was trying to remember what was the last thing. She started talking about money, but I don't think that. But I was like, I think she referenced that she was going to, and I was like, ooh, that's the one I want to read because
it was. I don't know which chapter it was now, but it was like I couldn't stop thinking about you as I was reading.
I know. It definitely stood out to me when she started talking about the money part of it. I was like, oh, I got it. I need to get to that part, wherever that is. I think she
might be like chapter 24. I don't know. It's hard to tell by her chapter titles what the chapters were about, but yeah, I definitely thought of you. And like the biggest chapter that spoke to me was Remember to Surrender. So it's like one of the last ones. So it'll be interesting to hear what you guys take out of it. But I'm not one who like normally reads a book and then was like, oh my God, you guys have to read this. It's like the best thing ever. But this was. So I'm excited to hear what you guys think. But yeah, why don't we just, we can read it and kind of share when you guys have ahas or whatever. Or let me know when you're done with it. And I want to hear what you think. But sound cool?
Yeah.
I also read... And I don't know that this one wasn't as like get over your damn self. This is a lady who's like a high up with Rodan and Fields. And this one, I'm going to kind of use this to make up some protocols. It was lots of like verbiage and stuff to use and different ways to follow up with people. And what I like is they use the system and it seems to be kind of the system like the toothpaste people use too, is like they get your interest, you do a call with them, you sign up. If they lead with the opportunity, and then if the opportunity isn't of interest, then they go to the product. And if the product isn't of interest, then they ask for a referral. And so that's where I want to head with my business is you build wealth when you add people. So I'm going to try to start leading with the opportunity. And the reason they said that was if you try to get someone to buy a product and they're not into it, then you can't backtrack and say, okay, well, what about the opportunity? Because they already don't like the product or want the product, so they're not going to want the opportunity. So if you start with the opportunity, then go to the product, then go to the referral. So I'm working on that, trying to get some protocols. Rebecca's thing is protocols, trying to get some of those written up to kind of help you all too, and to help me and to help everybody, just kind of, okay, you sign someone up. Now this is what you want them to do in the next 24 hours, 48 hours to try to get them bonus qualified and get them adding people to their team. So yeah. Let me see some notes that I took from that I think you guys would benefit from is one of them was you need to figure out, again, going back to your why and your goals, how much money you want to make. And it was money. How much money you want to make and how many hours per week you want to work. So then you need to figure out how much your time is worth. So like for me, I figured in my dream, I'd love to make $500,000 a year and working 20 hours a week. So that's $480 an hour. So then I really need to focus on what I'm doing when I'm working. Am I doing activity that will warrant a $480 per hour paycheck? I thought that was pretty powerful. And I've even implemented that this morning, where I did the stuff that I would normally put off. Like I followed up with recruit leads and all that stuff that I put off to the end. I do all the easy stuff first, but that's like the not income producing stuff. And so I thought that was pretty powerful to, think about it that way. Also, when someone says to you, I don't have time, whether it's a recruit, a customer, somebody who's on your team, if they say, I don't have time, they're really saying, I'm not making that a priority. So they probably have the time. It's just where it falls in their priority list. Another verbiage that she used, and I kind of tailored it. So she obviously sold or like skincare stuff. But when you're talking about your story, she said, how it would pertain to us would be, I loved the idea of giving my body and my family's bodies the best nutrition possible and getting paid for it. So like that would be how Wild Tree kind of fits in there. And this is a big one. I'm not being pushy, I'm being professional. So when you're doing your follow-ups and you're doing like strategic every 2 days follow-ups, that's not being pushy, that's being professional. So if you were in a normal corporate 9-to-5 job, you would have those guidelines, those protocols that say, okay, let's say you were in a sales job, corporate sales job, they would tell you, okay, you make your initial contact, 2 days later you follow up. That's just being professional. And people will see you as that too, especially if you insert that verbiage. Talk to more people. She said if you're going to make a contact list of 100, you need to make a contact list of 200. And one thing that she talked about so tap into your husband's market too. So have him make a contact list, and then you can reach out. I mean, lots of times it'll probably be other men. So then you can reach out to their wives or have him reach out to them. But that was just another, I never thought of that. So that was another avenue. It was a lot of just like time management stuff. I have set the goal of recruiting 25 people in the next 6 months. So she said that's going to be like how you're going to grow your business. You need to lead with the right food. And I know just some of the conversations I've had with Rebecca and different things like on the leader call and that type of stuff. I think that's kind of the direction that we're heading to, is to build sustainable wealth, to build a job that you can, let's say you broke both of your legs and you can't work for 6 months. The way that we're moving is that you'll still have that income coming in, but you have to have the team to support that, which that would be amazing. So, so kind of the takeaways that I got from this weekend and everything. So the 3 things, you got to start with that dream. So you really need to write down your reason, your why, your goals, your purpose, whatever. And you need to make it detailed. So I have a notebook here, and I plan to like make it detailed. So it's even, and this all goes back to like Jenny talks a lot about manifesting and seeing, believing, seeing it into fruition and that type of, or thinking it into fruition. But, write down how you'll feel, what it will smell like, what the temperature will be, like stuff like that. So let's say your goal is to promote a team leader, how you'll feel, what that will mean, what it'll look like, how your day, you get the idea. Make it detailed. The more detailed that you can be, the better. And if you can relay that into like a vision board or something visual too, because as soon as you say like a pink elephant, your mind, we're very visual. So you guys both just thought of a pink elephant, so you get those pictures in front of your mind. It'll be much better for you to actually happen. So that's number 1, is really get your dream, your vision, and make it something that if you don't reach, it's going to hurt you. Like you're going to be like, I didn't get it. Like make it, pull at your heartstrings to be able to want to achieve that. Make it big enough. Read You Are a Badass. That would be number 2. And then contact list of 100 or 200 plus, however successful you want to be. Again, you can use your husband's contacts, whatever, acquaintances. And this is kind of stemming from, I've had some conversations with a few of you that we kind of had some ahas that you aren't out of your inner circle yet. And you really can't be successful if you're not out of your inner circle. So this contact list of 100 or 200 acquaintances are not going to be like your inner circle. Those are going to be people that you know, parents of your kids' classmates, that type of stuff. They're just going to be acquaintances. And then you're also going to want to get some bookings, and you're going to have people invite people you don't know. That's how you're going to grow that. But in order to be really successful, you have to get out of that inner circle. I would say pretty much all of my workshops I've had, 95% of my workshops that I've had this year have been from people that I did not know before Wild Tree. So that's a big one. You need to get out of that inner circle. So what do you guys think about those kind of 3 action steps, or what else do you guys, am I in the right area? Am I kind of reading you guys right? As like these are the things that we're kind of struggling with as a collective team.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I would say most of us are here to make money for whatever reason, whether it's for, to replace an income or to supplement our spouse's income, whatever. And in order to do that, you gotta work professionally. You gotta make it it's still a job. I mean, so having all those goals and working intentionally is huge.
And I think you guys have heard it before. If you treat it like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. If you treat it like a job, you're going to get paid as a job. And I think it was kind of taboo up until this point with Wild Tree. Like, we all were mission driven, and that's wonderful. We can still be very mission driven. But I think that the money chapter in this book is really going to help you guys, because in order to help more people, to donate money, to charities, to that type of stuff, you need money. So it's not a bad thing to make money.
Right.
You can help more people the more money that you make. And also, the more money that you bring in selling Wild Tree, that many more people you're going to be helping with Wild Tree alone. So I think that's kind of like, it's okay to be here to make money. It's okay to be here to share the mission. You just have to figure out what you really do want, so that when it is crunch time at the end of the month, you're not like, oh, I'm okay, I'm just going to let the month end, as opposed to, I'm going to work my butt off and I'm going to do this because I set my mind to it.
I listened to a podcast last week, and it really hit me in a way I hadn't really thought of before. It's that same mindset of the way you look at money. Mm-hmm. It really impacts how you make money. Mm-hmm. Because if you're always saying, we don't have enough money, we don't have enough money, we don't have enough money, you're never going to have enough money. It's not going to, you've got to look at it as a tool. It's not going to make you happy, but it's going to provide you the things that you need to live, and the things that you will make you happy and make those memories. And it made me look at my husband differently, because he always looks like that, like paycheck to paycheck, bill to bill. Got to get to this deadline. I mean, as a seed salesman, he technically gets paid once a month, but he's still on a salary. He just was able to negotiate it, getting it once a month. But I mean, certain sales, he has to hit them. So then he's always just saying, I have to hit this first. Well, you've got to get over that to really get into that place of wealth, and where the money isn't driving you, you're driving the money. Kind of thing.
That's kind of, you have to believe even when things are at their crappiest. Like, you have to believe. So this is one thing too, like, we live in a society of abundance. Like, everything that we have and will have is already here. It's just, we have to bring it into us now. So all the money in the world is already here. We just have to bring it to us, if that makes sense. And I forget which book it is. I think it was this book, but yeah, about the money. Yeah. What do you think, Steph?
Yeah, money for me is a hard one, because I've always, I always think it's like bad or something to make money, or it's got this negative thing in my mind with it. So I need to really transition it to having a positive look for me. But one thing I've always followed, and I still will continue to, is there was a quote from a book. It was, be who you truly are and the money will follow. So I don't want to go after money. I want to do what I'm doing. And that's that dream and the goals and all of that piece. If I can get that, then the money's going to come with it. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be what I'm going to like grasp for, because for me, I don't want to, but I still have to keep money as a positive thing, not a negative thing. Like,
that goes back to you can't trick the universe. So if you still have that negative feeling with money, even if you're doing what you love, the money won't.
Right.
And I don't think you've gotten to that chapter yet, because it's like exactly what you're saying, like very negative feelings around money, and he had to come to the realization that money's a good thing and it helps people, it helps you. So I can't wait to when you get.
I know. And there's just been so many things that I've done in my life that I just see how I didn't follow money, and I still did amazing things and had some cool things, and I just want to do that again, have those good, have an amazing life like she talks about or whatever, and do those things and not have to worry about the money part of it, but keep it positive. Keep it a good thing.
Well, and that can come down to your vision and I hate calling it your why. I think we've used that, but just like the reason that you're doing this, which is basically why, but I mean, like, hopefully you'll be able to really figure out, you still have to figure out what,
I think I do. I do need to work on it. It's transitioned, and things like that, but I really need to go back to that again, I think.
What motivates you? Yeah.
Yeah. I know you asked me what motivates me the other day. I still cannot come. That question goes through my head, and I'm like, what motivates me? I don't know. But
I think maybe like doing good for people, even.
It is, yeah. So I love to help, and I love to do that, and so that's why I like the Wild Tree part of it. Is like I think it's helpful and things. But
so your why and your goals and reasons might have not much to do with yourself when it comes down to it. Maybe you could even do, since you have that negative feeling with money, even, maybe your why could be to give back, so you could do like the fundraiser type thing that I did, you share it. First of all, I was sharing Wild Tree with 50 people who could benefit from it, but then donating $500 to the victim. So maybe it's something like that. You need to, hold on to this being successful with Wild Tree by seeing how many people you can help, That's
Yep.
It's hard. It's hard figuring out what your why is. Okay, so that's kind of all I had. I just wanted to jump on, and I thought that this book was too good to not share with you guys. And then after that conversation, I know it was like Noelle and Jill, and maybe you too, Stephanie. It was just kind of like, that's what, I mean, it was like kind of an aha moment for me, because I feel like you guys know what you need to do, but it's you're trying to trick the universe because maybe you don't believe that you are good enough or capable enough or a leader or whatever. And I know that I mentioned to Rebecca too, she kind of picked my brain the one day, and she's like, because she's on that board or whatever. And I said, okay, I gave her this like laundry list of things that I think need to be changed. And one of them was like the titles. Like, I hate the leader title, because you can't expect people to become a leader when they're brand new, and so I thought like business builder or something like that, something different, because what you think, you associate difficult tasks, I think, with being a leader. A lot of leaders, when really it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Cool. What else do you ladies have?
I was just sitting here thinking, and I think I must be having some of that going on, and I didn't really realize it. I think, how when you did your 50 by 50 and I told you that I piggybacked on that, and I think I shouldn't have because I wasn't really invested in it.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like I went into this clean eating challenge the same way. Like, I think that's why I'm struggling here at the end of the month, because I did a lot of that crap this month. Like, I went into these dinner parties thinking I'm just sharing, I'm not selling. And then I came away with no sales. And then I'm at the end of the month going, crap, I had a lot of parties, but I don't have the sales. So I don't really know what happened to me this month that I went in with that mindset. And it wasn't like a negative I'm sharing. It was a positive, but it wasn't a business. It wasn't, when you said you're not pushy, you're professional. And I was like, damn, I wasn't. I didn't treat those as professional venues.
Mm-hmm.
So then I didn't benefit my business in the way it needed to be. And that's why I'm here at the end of the month. I've been trying not to stress out about it because I'm like, okay, well, there's, look back, see what happened, figure out what it was and change it and move forward. I can't go back. The month is almost over. I can't go back, but I might be able to salvage the next 36 hours if I can figure out how to do it where I'm being professional and not just oh shoot, I need to hit numbers. Everybody who possibly can buy from me, please, and be desperate, but still be able to push through and get where I need to be.
Yep.
So maybe you and I might need to have a conversation later about it.
Yeah. Yep. And two, I can pull up an email that Rebecca gave me that she used at the end of her trip tracking. I'll try to find that. Or have I sent that to you already?
I don't think so.
But another thing too, and I didn't write it down, and I don't know if I marked it in a book or which book it was in, but it was going back to like using the right mindset, being like, okay, being invested 100%. So saying I should do this to reach team leader numbers, or I will.
Right.
I will do this. It's just believing 100% that it's going to happen, and then, yeah, sure, doing what it takes to get it done. And I'm going to have to look for the exact words, and I should have wrote it down because I was like, oh, I got to share this with everybody, because I see it a lot happening where it's like, I'll try, or that sounds like a good idea, where
right.
Really you need to say, yep, I will, and that's the way to do it type stuff.
Right. Well, and I feel like I started it out the right way, but when I didn't have, I have 6 or 7 people that are supposedly interested in this clean eating challenge, but they didn't sign up right away. I regressed back into negative thoughts about what it was and what it was doing and why they weren't signing up and so I really had to kick myself out of that. And so this whole weekend, I really tried not to think about team leader numbers and work and everything, because it was a Memorial weekend. Yep. I knew nobody wanted to hear from me. It wasn't anything to stress, and I was able to kind of get out of it. But now here I am Tuesday at 1:30, and I'm going, well, shit, now what? I don't really know where to go from here.
Yeah, and you have to go back to that professional. It's your job, and you have to not get emotionally attached.
Right.
Like with the outcome. So if these 6 people don't end up signing up, you cannot be like, oh, why didn't they want to sign up? Was it because of me? That type of stuff.
Right.
And I'll tell you, with my people that signed up, it was all 2nd, 3rd, 4th follow-ups. So you still have time. Was today the deadline or tomorrow?
Today.
So you need, have you followed up with all of them?
I sent an email to everybody that I'd sent the original emails to, and 7:30 this morning, I said, today's the deadline. Here's the link.
Yep. So what you'll want to do is those 6 people that were interested, you get on them till they tell you no. And then it's professional. Like they said they were interested and they wanted more info. And then just remember that you can sign them up tomorrow. It's
right. And that's why I made the deadline today, to give myself a cushion. But yeah, I think that, I don't know what about that, the not pushy, the professional, something empowering about that.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you the excuse to be a badass, to to kind of be a bitch about it, like not a negative bitch, but like stand up for yourself and be assertive. And this is my business. You said you were interested. I'm expecting you to follow through.
You're just being professional, right? And
I think there's a really big disconnect there. One, in direct sales, and two, with women.
Yep.
Because I started reading that Lean In, and I haven't finished it, but she talks a lot in there about how when men do that, they're just being directors, they're being bosses, they're doing their job. But when women do it, they're instantly looked at in a negative context of being a bitch and, a jerk, and nobody wants to work with them, instead of, no, that's their job. They're being assertive, and that's what's expected. So.
And another, again, I'm sorry, I can't remember which of these two books it was, but it basically summed up was like, what do you really care what other people think of you?
Right.
Like, and that's really hard for me. I struggle with that a lot. That's probably one of my biggest things. And I'm one who loves to sing while I'm driving, but every time I drive past someone, I stop singing because I'm like, okay, I'm like, what? I don't know this person. What do I care? And it's just like that. Like, I've had to really work really hard, especially when I'm doing like my 4th follow-up. I'm like, shame on them that I've followed up with them 3 times already, and they are not polite enough to get back to me to at least let me know. So why should I feel bad that I'm doing my job and following up from them? And a lot of these people, a lot of the times they're not cold calls because they've been to events, they've, bought product. So it's not like I'm just some random person off the street. So, shame on them that they're not being professional or at least polite in responding,
Yeah.
So, yeah. So,
and they may want to do it. I always find that when I do take that time to follow up, that a lot of times people end up wanting to do whatever it is, and they just haven't had that time, or, it wasn't a priority for them to get back. And now you just happen to catch them at the right moment, and yeah.
And then you feel good because you didn't do it. Because
you didn't, and then you helped them get to that point so they can do this.
Right.
For sure.
They needed that extra help.
Well, and it goes back to that Wild Tree's always on our mind. It's not on theirs. It's just like end of the month. Not everybody has deadlines at the end of the month. Not everybody has a switchover at the end of the month. We, unfortunately, that is how our business is. We're month by month, and the last couple days of the month are stressful and important and, focused. So, I said that to Nick this morning. I'm like, you have like once a year goals or quarterly goals. Or deadlines. I have monthly deadlines. So it definitely gives you a different perspective on things depending on what your time frame is.
And one thing too that I'm going to change is I need to spend 80%, and you guys too, 80% of your time on your business. So recruiting and training new people being the people who are in their first 30 days. So, and then like 10% on team stuff. So like 10% of my time should be spent with you guys, and then 10% doing something else. I forget. And I had really flip-flopped. I was really focusing a lot of my time on you guys and trying to coach you guys. And I had kind of let go of my own personal business, and I need to keep people coming in the funnel. I need new people to work with and that type of stuff. So that was another big aha. So I just really hope you guys can get a lot out of these books. I've decided that every time I have like a new rep who's really going to really wants to do something, I'm going to send her this book because it's inexpensive. It's a quick read. But honestly, I think it could be a huge game changer, because I know just talking with you guys, well, especially look at what Haley has done here. Complete mind shift, you probably wouldn't agree today because you're looking at numbers, but your business, since your mindset has changed, it's made all the difference in the world.
Right. I'm having some personal issues that I'm stuck in first. Yeah. And I think that really, you have to get your personal life done before you can get your business. And that's struggled in the last few weeks. So I'm kind of that's more what's bothering me than the wild tree stuff. So, yeah.
Do you have any doubt right now that you're not going to hit team leader numbers? Remember,
I don't have any reason not to believe.
Okay.
I don't have anything telling me there's no way I'm going to do this. So I haven't given up. I honestly, it's my personal crap is poisoning me right now. Mm-hmm. So I just, coming off the weekend and everything, I'm just trying to push through it and not, because my old self would let it bother me and I'd sit here playing the victim all day and I'd just go, boo-hoo, nobody's getting back to me. Boo-hoo, 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 me, sad me. And, if I haven't learned anything from Joel Osteen, I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. So I'm just, there's a lot of day left and there's a lot to do left. And, my team's still going. I got 2 of them that have events today or tomorrow. They're working on stuff. I don't have any reason not to. So it's not to that point yet.
It won't be.
It won't be.
Remember, you can't fool the universe, so you just have to 100% in your heart and soul believe. So,
right. I think I just need a direction for this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't figured that out. So maybe I'll try to start the You're a Badass and see if that spurs something.
And then get on a little Facebook Live and talk about this clean eating and right, there you go. There's your come on.
Yeah, that's
powerful.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, well, and I was supposed to have an event tonight and nobody could come and it kind of deflated me. It was gonna be fun. It was gonna be wine and wild tree. I wanted to drink wine. But
you can drink wine and get sales. Because when you were saying last week that you didn't think you'd probably get many sales from that.
Right.
So now you have the whole evening to get sales.
Right. Yep. Yeah. So, I mean, on the plus side, since I don't have that, I have the rest of the evening to work on my business.
Yep.
So.
Love it. You just said it's your business.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay. Anything else you guys have? Was this helpful at all? Or no?
I like seeing Stephanie excited about that book.
I know.
I like it. I'm usually not like those books, like, I try to get through them and I find tidbits I like, but I like how she writes, so I'm excited to read it. And I usually don't read books front to back cover, at least this kind.
There's a few other ones, so maybe you'll like other ones.
Yeah.
Because I seem to notice that, like, I like certain authors.
Right.
The way they write and the way they say things. So
I've actually started Take the Stairs, and that's by, I don't know where it is right now, but it's by the guy who's speaking at National Conference.
Oh, yeah.
Rory Vaden, because he also does this. I have Procrastinate on Purpose, too. So I started with Take the Stairs. There's lots of good info in that one, too. And he, talks about Sonara Brown in it, too. And because he's a big Southwestern guy.
Oh, that's right.
But maybe him, he talked a lot in his book how money was bad too. He was raised by a single mom and money was always an issue and he always had negative feelings towards it. So Stephanie, maybe before National Conference, that would be one that you'd be interested in too. Yeah. That's another thing too. If you have anybody interested in National Conference, I had sent, not to you guys, I don't think, but just the link to National Conference. Are you going? That type of stuff. I don't know if I sent it to Sherry. She's yours, right? Stephanie?
Lori. Oh, Sherry. Sherry's probably not, because she's got the new baby.
Okay.
And I don't think she's in the right mindset, although I think she's getting there. But I might have to send her this book here, and be like, here.
Yeah.
Cool. And then
go ahead.
Lori, I'll ask her again. I don't know if she would be able to or not. I'll see. I'll ask her.
Either of them, if you feel like either of them would benefit from it, but there's something holding them back, like Sherry and her baby.
Right.
Let me know, and we can have Rebecca get on a call with them, because I don't know if you remember from last year, but like people bring their babies.
There is, yeah.
So if you think they could benefit from it, we can definitely chat with them. So don't, because I know Rebecca was telling how she just got on the phone with one of Lindsay's gals who was a big no because it was her daughter's birthday. And then talking through with it, the gal is ending up coming.
Okay.
So Vanessa is kind of interested. Haley. So I forget where I left it with her. She was going to, she was asking questions about team leader status, like what that took. And I'll have to go back and find her. Oh, there
she's really, I think I need to send her You're a Badass, because she's on that same, she wants to make this work. I mean, she's had some direct sales businesses that she's tried, and I don't know what ones, but they haven't been successful. And I think she's lacking the self-esteem, but she likes it. She wants it. I know she wants it. So.
Yeah. And she did talk again about needing to break out of her inner circle. So yeah, you could probably send this book to her too. But yeah, she did, what did she say about national conference? Something about, her baby again.
Yeah.
So I was going to connect her with Lindsay, because I guess I thought Lindsay was bringing Boston, but she's trying to figure out if she's going to bring him or not.
Right.
But so again, that's not a reason not to. I think a lot of people assume, well, I'm nursing, so I can't come.
Right. Right. Well, and her baby's older. I mean, he
said he's still really attached to her. So I don't know.
Yeah. And I know that had been a concern of hers initially. But I knew she was still on the fence. So.
And then
I think Cheryl's still hoping to, or planning.
Cheryl, I had forgotten, I guess, that she was kind of like wanting to do it. And so I sent her a message, and I haven't seen anything back.
She got kicked off Facebook for like sending too many messages or something.
Yeah.
I just got back on like last week, like Friday. So she's missed some things.
Here, I sent her a message on Thursday. She saw it, but I didn't hear anything from her. So just to kind of keep you guys updated as to what kind of information I had sent to your people or hadn't sent to them. But I do have space in the car yet. So, and I'm letting Lindsay and her gal ride with me, but I said if I get more of my people, then they'll probably have to drive themselves.
Right.
And I have a new person. Who's interested in signing up, and I could see if she's actually interested in signing up, she may be interested in going to the conference. So
awesome. Is she in Minnesota?
No. I know. Oh, geez.
Well, that's exciting. You didn't tell us until now.
Yeah, she was the host. I kind of said something. She was a host from one of the last things I did, and
awesome.
So, but her son went through a bunch of stuff at the hospital, but he's doing better now. So she's still acting like she's going to sign up, and she's just trying to get her friend to do her first party, and then she'll